What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck here again. All right. I wanted to make sure that I did an update on this very horrible and I would say uh, corrupt judge here in Georgia that's in the Superior Court of Fulton County, Judge Shamila Williams. This woman is under JQC investigation, facing 15 charges. So I have a playlist on her on my channel. And I don't know if you guys have had the chance to watch the actual full live stream where we go over the complaints. She actually has 2 cases against her because she keeps doing dumb things. So one of the charges included her unlawfully detaining a 20 or 22-year-old young lady who parents are getting divorced. And she calls herself trying to teach her a lesson because, as Shamila Williams stated, this is what happens to little girls with daddy issues. That was her reasoning for detaining someone unlawfully, because she saw them as a little girl with daddy issues. That has to be the most egregious and disgusting and deplorable way to take away anyone's liberty or freedom without a valid charge because of your personal feelings and emotions on someone. You didn't teach her anything. You publicly shamed and humiliated her in a court of law. And I am all too happy to see your ass get removed from that bench. And hopefully many cases, including my own, get overturned and get a second chance to have a new hearing, because she is extraordinarily biased. And for her to dare to think to take away someone's liberty and freedom and have them detained unlawfully for any reason, it's an abuse of power in that position that you were elected to. No one owes you anything. And now it is moving again. It is a hearing scheduled. And I wanted to just kind of go over. I saw a scheduling order and I was like, yes. I haven't even read the documents yet, y'all. I wanted to report on it. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all of the fantastic mods and supporters here in the LLC. Please consider becoming a member today. I will be giving out the 10 free memberships that YouTube allows us to have every month. And waiting on some great information to come in to do some content for the members only. And I am excited about, the growth of the channel, the $400 studio. And I just want to thank all of you for the support and helping to get to this point now. And listen, there are a lot of corrupt judges out there. Judges getting arrested left and right. You got judges going to jail for shooting boyfriends and exes in the head, facing 60 years. You got judges that are sitting here getting arrested for allegedly helping people to kind of avoid arrest. 2 judges in the last good week have been arrested. You get a judge that pulled out a gun on someone. Just yesterday, the day before yesterday. And then here in Georgia, last year, we had a judge that was removed from the bench in Douglas County or Douglasville County, something like that. Christina Peterson. And she was removed from the bench by the JQC and then did an appeal and then went out to a club and caught a charge attacking an officer resisting arrest and some other stuff. Just showed the level of incompetence that she has and why she needed to be removed. She also falsely imprisoned a woman. She had someone sent to jail over a marriage license. It's like they don't know how to act. They get elected and then they forget everything they learned in law school. The gross misappropriation of misinterpretation of laws, the judicial misconduct. You violating whole state statutes and just constitutional rights that you were supposed to uphold and protect. And I can say personally, my experience with Judge Williams is that she is extraordinarily biased. She has misinterpreted laws. She refuses to correct the record regarding simple numbers and child support calculations. She doesn't care about the living hell she brings, and she seems to target the mothers and always shows the biases or a deferential preference towards the fathers. That is how disgusting and deplorable she is. She does not deserve the right to sit on the bench. And facing 15 charges is not a small peas and carrots type of situation. That's a big deal. That is a very big deal. So now everything's coming upon you. All that you've done to hurt others. And she's been doing this for the last 4 years since she's been on the bench. Can't fathom why we as a community of Black people feel like we need to allow people to do this. No. Enough of voting for colorism. Enough of the identity politics. It's enough of it. If you're not competent, if you're not ethical, if you don't have any integrity to do the job and to hold that power with some grace, you have people's livelihoods in your hands with the stroke of a signature. But they want to review evidence and police body camera footage of my child getting yanked up by his father. You know what? She can kiss my ass. You got to go. You got to go. So I think Courtney Ville heard my cry. Or saw my video or whatever. Because in my last video, I stated flat out, it doesn't make sense to have this hearing stalled. Because that's what they were trying to do. They were trying to stall. And her attorney, Judge Shamila Williams' attorney, tried to basically ask for, a pause on the case because he decided to pick up a murk trial. Well, no one told you to do that. No one told you to do that. So I'm going to share this tab. This is www.georgiasupreme.us/2024 JQC matters. And if you guys look here, you'll see all of the documents regarding the inquiry concerning Judge Shamila J. Williams. She needs to be removed. The level of incompetency is staggering. When you refuse to just correct the court of record regarding some numbers, when there's a whole paycheck stub to show what the salaries are, or to actually sign an order that has a detrimental and dire effect on the parties involved. Just because you don't like my hoodie, I don't give a damn. Follow the law. This is not about you and what you like. You're not the queen of a court. We do not condone a monarchy in the United States of America. And if you got other judges being arrested and charged, found guilty, being sentenced to 60 years in prison, like, why in the world do you think you get a pass? It's not the will of the people to have judges sitting in these positions and making their lives a living hell. Or the children that are being affected in these custody cases, because she was a family court judge. She did not earn or deserve it. And take her staff with her. All court staff need to go. You gonna kick her off the bench? Take her damn staff with her. Because they're just as awful. So here are all the documents. And I sent this over to Hannibal is Hungry, and I'm still hoping that he does at least do a quick video about this corrupt judge here. It's not the first time JQC has had to, ensure that a judge gets removed from the bench. Christina Peterson was removed last year, and it was epic. And that's exactly what should have happened. And after she, went out to the club. See, judges watch this stuff too. So does the JQC. They watch YouTube. They watch the news. They know what's going on. And she lost her appeal. And my understanding, she still has some charges. Maybe she got a plea deal of some sort. But why go out and even bring that upon yourself, knowing that you're appealing, you basically losing your job? At least pretend like you're trying to do the right thing. But no, they don't know how to act. These Black women don't know how to act nowadays. They just don't. They don't. So this is this case is being heard in the Supreme Court of Georgia. Okay. So here are all the documents here. We went over her formal charges, and there's two different cases. So this is the one that was filed in 2024, and then there's a second one. I'll highlight the case number once I pull up the scheduling order that was filed in 2025. So you guys can see here, it's just been one damn prolonged after another. extension of time to answer to the formal charges. Then she answered, and then of course there's something regarding the extending discovery, and then order granting directives withholding request, scheduling order, notice of final hearing, then motion to continue final hearing scheduled for March 5th. See, this was supposed to be heard 2 months ago. All because her attorney said, you know what, I'm gonna pick up a murder trial and I'm not gonna be able to do that and this one at the same time. No, you need to focus on getting this out the way. That's enough. No one owes you more time to do nothing. Director's response in opposition to respondent's motion to continue final hearing. And Courtney Veal is not playing. So far, she got rid of Christina Peterson. I don't think it would be difficult considering all the charges and the pain and anguish, preferably the testimony of the other cases that are named that have sparked this inquiry on her. And then you have, of course, the order continuing final hearing, and then the order setting hearing on formal charges, scheduling order, and a second order. So that's what we're about to check out here. So if you see, here is the order setting hearing on formal charges. Funny how you go from being on the bench to now having to be treated like a defendant. Oh, you're the worst. You're the worst. You don't have to like my free speech and expression, but no one told you to go and run to be somebody's judge in the court of law either. You were elected, not appointed. You could be voted out. So since you decided to rack up 15 charges, you don't deserve to be on the bench. You don't. She should be permanently removed and have her bar license revoked from her permanently. Because I mean, if nothing else, you have not shown that you have some level of competency in not being biased. I mean, that's incessant. So as you all can see here, the first case at the top is S as in Sam 24, Z as in Zebra 1139, and then it has the cases that are named in that complaint. And then you have the second docket, S as in Sam 25, which means it was filed in 2025. Z as in Zebra 0722. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 cases. 9 cases being cited here. Mine should have been listed in that. Courtney Veal, come on. You got more people out here that are willing to come forward. I mean, if you really want to slam dunk it. Order setting hearing on formal charges. So the hearing on formal charges in the above style matters shall begin on May 21st, 2025. In 18 days. And Lord, I can't wait. Oh, man. During the status conference with the undersigned on April 3rd, both parties requested that both of the cases be heard concurrently. So I agree. The hearing shall proceed as more fully detailed below. Dates May 21, 22, 23, and June 26 and 27, beginning at 9 a.m. each day at the Nathan Deal Judicial Center, 330 Capitol Avenue here in Atlanta. The hearing is open to the public and will also be available through the judicial live stream broadcast system linked to be posted publicly at a later time. And we will be following the hearings. Oh, I'll be live streaming them bad boys. Yeah. It might be after, depending on what time it starts. It's 9 a.m. I may have to work, but I will be live streaming them when and reacting to them. Oh, hell yeah. Yes. And the court reporter shall be responsible for securing the JQC director shall be responsible for securing a court reporter for the proceedings. So, being that this is being held in the Georgia Supreme Court, of course, Courtney Veal is going to ensure that there is a court reporter. So ordered this 15th day of April 2025. Judge Allison T. Burleson, presiding officer, hearing panel, JQC. Oh man, I can't wait. Okay, now let's check out this scheduling order itself. April 3rd, 25, and pursuant to JQC Rule 24A, the presiding officer conferred with the director and respondent regarding scheduling discovery motions and a public hearing in the above style cases. The conference primarily focused on targeting a new final hearing date in both cases, and the discovery and motions process in S is in Sam 250 Z is in zebra. I'm sorry. Z is in zebra 0722. So S is in Sam 25, Z is in zebra 0722. During the conference, the director indicated that she would be providing the discovery in case S25Z0722 to respondent on April 4th and expected to provide at least a preliminary witness list to respondent no later than April 18th. Counsel for respondent indicated that he will provide discovery in case S25Z072 and a preliminary witness list by April 25. Both parties agreed that the discovery process in the case could be expedited given much of the evidence and witnesses were overlapping or identical to those already served by each side in case S24Z1139. There was also discussion regarding potential deadlines for motion stipulations, exhibit lists, witness lists, etc. However, both parties understood that those dates may be adjusted and or accelerated based upon the final hearing date. The parties were given notice of the final hearing date on April 15th. Also on April 15th, the presiding officer emailed the parties and gave them the opportunity to prepare a joint proposed scheduling order in light of the newly set hearing date. To date, the presiding officer has received no response to that email or no proposed order from either side. It is hereby ordered the discovery period expires April 28th unless extended for good cause by the presiding officer. The names and addresses of all witnesses the parties intend to call at the hearing shall be exchanged no later than April 28th. Any deposited motions or motions in limine shall be filed no later than May 5th. Parties may have until May 12th to file responses. All motions must be heard prior to the start of the hearing on May 21st, 2025. Ooh, it's going to be good. Courtneyville, you cannot let us down. All of Fulton County are relying on you. Take her ass down. Bottom line, take her down. A joint list of stipulated facts and a joint exhibit list shall be filed and provided to the hearing panel no later than May 20th. So ordered this day, 24th day of April 2025. And then we have here the second scheduling order. Ooh. So as of course, you guys see the header at the top. Second order setting hearing on formal charges. This order was filed on April 15th on the formal charges, duly noticed to begin May 21st. At that time, the particular courtroom of the Nathan Deal Judicial Center was not yet confirmed. The hearing shall proceed as more fully detailed below. So this is the second order. I'm trying to see what's the differences so far. May 21, 22, 23, and June 26, 27. It's 5 days of hearings beginning 9 a.m. each day. So the Judicial Center was not yet confirmed? Really? It was in the other one. Yeah, it was named in the other one. In the other order. But okay. The hearing is open to the public and will also be available through the Judicial Center live stream broadcast system. I'm just overjoyed. I cannot wait for this. The JQC director shall be responsible for securing a court reporter for the proceedings so ordered this 30th day of April. I am so excited. So y'all, we have 5 dates for hearings that are coming up starting on May 21st. I will be following it. And yes, I have stake in this. I filed a complaint. Got a response back that my complaint did not meet the rules regarding, inappropriate behavior. I don't know how allowing someone to lie about some income is not inappropriate or being biased or failing to review evidence. But I have an appeal though. My case is sitting in appeal status for some reason. You can't approve it for a complaint. Come on, Courtneyville. Like I said, there are many more families and people that have, issues and complaints against her. One lady tried to complain against her last year, and Judge Shamila Williams thought it was cute to actually try to call this woman out. Had a whole hearing trying to call her out because the woman did a video about her. You're subject to public scrutiny and criticism. You're elected. Get over it. I don't care if you hate my guts. You have screwed up in so many ways for the last 4 years, you got to go. You got to go. So I'm urging all of you who can to please look into this. Um, and I know Hannibal is hungry, said he would as well. He would check this out and report on it. And I've sent email requests to Pink Book Lessons and so many others. And I'm just urging all the YouTubers that see this video. Corrupt judges have no place in our judicial system. And we're handling it here in Georgia. She has a JQC complaint. 15 charges. She got to go. She got to go. Just like we handled Mayor Rafiki. Yeah, it's time to handle her. And this is not the first time the JQC and Courtneyville have removed the judge from the bench that was rightfully removed. Like I said, it's enough of the identity politics. It's time out for voting for someone because they're black or a woman. If you're not competent, if you're not able to follow the law and uphold it and enforce it and interpret it correctly, threatening someone to release sealed case information, obviously, it's a show of you just trying to bully your way on the bench and not actually following court rules and the law. Showing biasness doesn't get you anywhere. Just leads us to an appeal. Why would you want that? But what to expect from somebody like that? All right. And all the other accusations she has, she has gone out her way to show that she is not fit to be a judge. She's not fit. And she still does these dumb things and has no problem being as biased as she is. Girl, go get your behind somewhere, go sit down and eat a tub of collard greens. You don't like my hoodie. Who gives a damn? I don't like the fact that you don't read law. I don't like the fact that my case had to be appealed because you sucked and you were biased. So, yep, that unlawful child support order. Oh, please understand, I am asking for all of that back with interest. Yep. It's egregious. How do you go on someone lying about my income when I have paycheck stubs to prove what I make and then calculated child support from that? What the fuck is wrong with you? It's not even an aspect of paying it. It's that the amount is wrong because you used the wrong actual income. I filed a motion for her to do a rehearing. She denied it, talking about it's non-emergent. Are you kidding me? That's a dumbass excuse. Just correct the court of record. It's that simple. Simple things can't be done, so you don't need to be a judge. You gotta go. You gotta go. Ashley Merchant, if you need to help Courtneyville out, please do so, because she is bad to the bone. Ashley Merchant is awesome. Oh man, all right. That's all I have. And I hope that, if you're listening, if you truly want to talk about corruption and people who should not be serving in certain roles and that aren't fit, we definitely need to hone in on these judges that are sitting here losing their mind. Get together, stop acting up. Read the law school. It's almost an embarrassment at this point. The rate of these judges sitting here being arrested and found guilty and convicted of heinous charges. Come on. Judge pulling out guns on people. Another judge shot her ex-boyfriend in the head. This is the second time she did that. Now that judge is facing almost 60 years in prison. We got rid of one judge here last year. Christina Peterson learned the hard way. She effed around and found out. And not for play. This is people's livelihoods on the line. And we expect our judicial branch of government to act like it has some sense. We expect these judges to conduct themselves as if they're competent and they understand the law and they respect it. Not sit here and get mad because you think somebody is being a little girl with daddy issues. What the hell is wrong with you? So in my last video, I said flat out, now we have whole laws that speak to a speedy trial. Her attorney does not have the right to just hold up an entire case because he wants to go off on the side and cover other cases. Get another attorney then. Bye. She has 2 or 3 of them. Okay, well, you want to do your Merck case, then the other two can represent her. She's a judge. She's supposed to know the law. She can help them. Why not just represent yourself? I mean, my God, whatever. Oh man, when judges need attorneys. When judges need attorneys gone wrong. It's ridiculous. No, but I'm happy to see the day where these hearings have been scheduled finally. And this is one of the things that I've reported on, to all the goons that keep talking about super stupid. There are other content on my channel. My channel was not established based on super stupid. Not even the least bit. And she does not give me the highest views that I've had either. No. No. I've done reactions on international, vocalists all over the world. She's not my highest rated, videos that I report on. But it's not gonna stop me from doing it. And if you want to complain about YouTubers reporting on super stupid, talking about there's no other content, well, here's other content. Watch it and shut the hell up. The hypocrites just want to have something to bark about and no bite. Like it's staggering to me. It's like they don't even try to even prove that they at least looked at the channel to see other content. But no, obviously you don't recognize numbers if you think my videos of super stupid are my highest view videos. No, they're not. Now you might want to explore my entire channel. Get the fuck out of here. All right. Thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you guys' support and appreciate any eyes on this case, anyone that is able to speak on this. I know when I get suggestions to report on other topics, I try my best to at least look at it, and depending on what the magnitude of the information is about and how it connects, I will. I will be doing some reporting research on Kim Alston, the inspector up there in Dalton, as well as still trying to get some more information gathered on the Delgado Law Group, and had a request earlier today to check into a man that went missing for back in 1980, and his remains were just now discovered. So I'm so excited about that. Just to be able to make those connections to see, just what happened, what's the backstory with this. So that's my 2 cents on that. I'm going to be doing more content. I mean, my content, I've always diversified my content, but like I said, when you get people that's hollering about, oh, y'all don't have anything to talk about, okay, well, then go look on my channel, dummy. And then you let me know. Let me know what you're talking about. If you don't read numbers and letters, though, you can't tell me nothing. If super stupid can't recognize numbers or add, subtract, multiply, divide. When the number 8 is circle to you, then I don't expect you to say anything less than what you're already saying. It's so dumb. They're making moot points that can easily be debunked by just pulling up videos. Oh, good God. All right, I can clown these goons all day. At least I get a good laugh out of them. You guys make sure you hit the like button and subscribe if you're enjoying the content here in the LLC. Consider becoming a member today. We have the LLC freebies and the LLC readers, and starting level is $2.99, and that is the level, I believe, based on the rules with YouTube, that will allow me to give out 10 memberships per month for free. So, and it goes to 10 random people. It doesn't matter if how long you've been a member of the channel or anything. You just need to be subscribed, and you need to have your opt on, like you need to opt into receiving memberships. So those 2 things have to be done if you want to get a membership, because there's some great information up there in the members only that you're going to want to check out. All right. You guys be safe. Take care of yourselves and each other. And until the next one, Lady Luck out. Deuces.